What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a 50-minute full body reformer Pilates workout. If we've not met before, hi, I'm Margaret. I'm 26. I'm a certified Pilates instructor, and for today's workout, you don't need any additional equipment except for a short box. And if you don't have a short box, it's not a big deal. You can do everything that we're doing today without it. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Put one medium spring on your carriage. I've got a green spring. A blue spring would work awesome. Foot bar is going to be all the way down, and then your headrest can be down as well. We'll just start off by bringing our feet off to one side of the carriage. Feet will go about hips distance apart and then scooch pretty close to the front edge of your carriage. We'll reach the arms right out in front of us. Take a big inhale, rolling the shoulders down and back, reaching the crown of the head up. We'll exhale to draw belly button into spine. You'll start to roll yourself down. And you won't go all the way down, you can go about halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way. Inhale right about here, and then exhale, pressing into the heels, drawing hips to ribs. You'll roll all the way back up. And we'll keep moving like that, rolling ourselves back, and then rolling ourselves up. Good. And just keep breathing. It's a nice, steady, even breath as we move. Good. Our last 2 weeks have been a little bit crazy on the reformer, so I'm gonna try and make it a little bit less crazy today. We'll see how that goes. I almost every time that I'm like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad, I get to the end of the 50 minutes. I'm like, why was that so hard? Why was that the way that it was? All right, we're just gonna do about 4 more right here. Okay, so let's roll back for 4. We'll go for 3. This will be 2. And then last one. Good. Now with that last one, you're going to come all the way up through seated. You can scooch forward just a little bit if you moved around. Feet flat on the mat. You take a big exhale, press into your heels. You stand all the way up off of the carriage. Inhale, you sit back down. Get pretty close to the edge. Feet will come off of the carriage as you roll back, pulling knees to chest. Think rolling like a ball. Feet will come forward, hips distance. You stand up. You lower down, and then draw in from the belly button. Pull the knees to the chest. You keep moving like this. This is a move that I stole from Courtney Miller. I took her class last week on Pilates Anytime. I loved it. It was a strength circuit. I quite enjoyed it once I understood it. So if you need a second, pause the video, go back, try it again, see how it goes. It's a little tricky, right? If you haven't done it before, or if I didn't explain it well, a little bit dicey, a little bit tricky. Awesome. Let's do 4 more right here. We'll go 4. This will be 3. Good. We'll go for 2. And then this will be our last one. We roll things back. And then you're going to come all the way back up through seated, both feet down on the mat. Again, you can scoot back a little bit on your reformer. This time we're going to grab onto our strap. Let's go short strap and then pull the strap towards you. Okay, so you're going to have to readjust where your feet are. On this one, I like to scoot back so I can press my calves into the reformer. We're going to clasp the hands together, press your arms out in front of you, and we do that same roll down. Inhale right here to sit up tall. Exhale, you draw belly button into the spine. Try not to let your carriage move as you roll back. Inhale right about here, and then exhale, press into your heels, press the calves into the wooden frame, come all the way up, and you just keep moving right here. Going back, and then rolling up. Good. A little bit different way to do a warm-up today, but it keeps it fun, it keeps it interesting, right? Okay, if you start to feel the carriage move, that's okay. It's okay. Just try your best, press evenly into the hips. You're pressing evenly into the feet, pressing into the calves, right? So pressing into that wooden frame. Let's do 3 more right here. We'll go 3. This is gonna be 2. And then last one. Good. We'll come up out of that last one. Take the loop out of your hand. We're going to take the long loop and you'll step into your long loop with your, I'm going to mirror you. So left leg. Okay. The loop's going to come above the knee and then you plant your feet down on the mat. We've got some tension on the spring. So the spring is open. When you're ready, we're just doing a squat, pressing down into the heels. You're going to stand up off of the carriage. Okay. And then inhale, you lower all the way back down. Stand up. And then tap down. Go up and down. It's gonna feel a little bit weird, right? The resistance wants to pull us towards the back of the machine. We have to try to not let that happen. Harder than it seems. Good. Let's go 4 more right here. 4. We'll go for 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, you're sitting all the way back onto your carriage, keeping the strap where it is, pull the legs together, and then you're going to roll yourself down onto your carriage. Now, excuse me, hopefully I got a better angle in my second camera right here. We're coming up into an upper body crunch, tucking or pulling the rib cage together, tucking chin to chest. We'll start off right here, taking a single leg stretch. You pull the right leg in, shoot the left leg out long, and then exhale, switch the legs. You'll inhale, exhale, switch. You'll switch and switch. Now we still have that resistance around our left leg. So is the carriage gonna move? Yeah, maybe. Can you stop it from moving a lot? Yes, absolutely you can. Okay, if you need a second to come up out of this, you come up out of it. We'll do 4 more each side. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, last one, and 1. Pull the knees in nice and tight, reaching your hands to the tops of your shins. Inhale, we reach the legs out, reach the arms back. Exhale, we circle things out and around. We're doing 6 more. 6. For 5. For 4. 3. 2. And then last one, knees pull in. Have you caught on? We're doing this series of 5. Kick the right, the right leg up, the left leg out. Walk your hands up towards that right ankle. Exhale, you're pressing evenly into the hips. You're going to switch the legs. Inhale, exhale, switch. Good. Get up nice and close to that ankle, pressing your leg into your hand, your hands into your leg. 4 more. 4. For 3, 2, and then last one. Good. Legs come together, hands behind the head. You give me an inhale, drop the legs down. Exhale, lift the legs up. Lower and lift. Just for 4 more. 4. It's hard. For 3, 2, and then last one, last exercise here, bending at the knees. We're twisting right armpit to left knee, switching through center. You switch and switch for 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo! With that last one, if you have room behind you, you can let your head hang back, take a little bit of extension. I'm gonna reach my feet down towards the mat. That was probably the least graceful thing I've ever done. We're going to tuck chin to chest. You'll roll yourself all the way up. You can grab onto the edge of the carriage. There's no way that's gonna be graceful for anybody, and if it is, you tell me in the comments. Okay, we're going to take that loop off of our left leg, hang it up onto your peg, and then if you'd like to bring your headrest up, you can. We're going to come onto our left hip. Oh, actually, we're gonna change out those springs. 1 red spring, so we'll drop the green or the blue or whatever you had on, 1 red spring. We're going to lay all the way down onto our left side. Whew, hip comes all the way down and back to the bottom corner of your carriage. And then I like to put my head on the headrest and then wrap my hand around for this little post right here. You'll grab onto your long loop, and we're gonna take that long loop onto the arch of the right foot. Now from right here, we're thinking about lifting up and away from our mat. You're pushing your right foot out towards the top of your reformer. Let's point the toe. You give me an inhale, kick forward, and then exhale, you'll flex your foot, drive the leg back. Inhale, point the toe, kick forward. Exhale, flex your foot, sweep back. Now, if you feel like the red is maybe a little bit too heavy for you, you can always adjust your springs. If you maybe feel like it's a little bit too light, you could go to the short strap. You know, that's gonna give you a little bit more. Good. Now, as we're moving through this, we're making sure hips are stacked. We're making sure shoulders are stacked. Your hip, your knee, your ankle are all moving in one line. And I'm like so hopeful you can't hear the reformer squeaking through my microphone. I think you can. I don't know what it is. I feel like since we moved, like my reformer is louder. I don't think that's true, but it's what it feels like. Let's do 4 more right here. 4. For 3. This will be 2. And then last one. Good. You're going to kick your leg back, flex your foot, soft bend at the knee. You'll just give me an inhale, little lift up. Exhale, you can bring it right back down. Lift up, lower down. Good, and you just keep breathing. There's going to be a little tiny movement in the carriage. As you lift up, the carriage pulls towards the front of the machine. That's fine. Whew. Let's go for 4 more. 4. For 3. Good, we go for 2. And then last one. Good, you're gonna point your toe, kick your leg forward to me, reflex your foot, little lift, little lower. Now on this one, there should be no movement in the carriage. I say that and then I let my carriage move. No movement in the carriage. As best you can do, lift, lower, lift, lower. I'll have you do 4 more because I'm nice. 4, 3, 2, last one. You're going to sweep your leg back. Take a second, breathe. We're doing big circles. You're doing 4 in each direction. So point your toe, lift your leg up. You're going to circle forward and then big exhale, bring it around and back. That's 4. We'll go for 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. Once your leg comes back to that starting point, 4 in the opposite direction, kicking forward, big exhale to lift up and around, circle it back. We'll go for 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, you're bending through the right knee, grabbing a hold of that strap, and then hanging it up onto your peg or whatever you've got around you. While you're there, drop your headrest down. We're gonna roll ourselves over so that we come onto our back. Your feet will find their way to your platform. Oh, and we're gonna take a figure 4 stretch. Let's see, we work the right side. So let's do left foot down, right ankle over the top of the knee. Take a second right here, take a breath. If you'd like to pull your legs in towards you and take your figure 4 from there, you're gonna go for it. Now, you take as much time as you feel like you need to right here. When you're ready, hands will come down towards the front edge of your carriage. We're pressing down into our left heel, keeping the right ankle crossed. Big exhale, tuck the tailbone under, roll the hips up to bridge. Inhale, and then exhale, you lower all the way back down. That was mean. Lift up. And then lower down, and you keep moving like this. Press up, and then lower down. Good, fingertips are reaching towards the top edge of your carriage, or the bottom edge, really. Let's do 4 more. 4, for 3. This will be 2. And then last one, you're gonna press up and hold, keep things right there. Take the right leg, you're going to kick out and then bend the knee, cross the ankle, kick out, pull in for 4 more. 4, for 3, 2, and then last one. Good. Everything comes down. Take a second, take a breath. You can stay in this figure 4 if you want to stretch there, or just hug your knees into your chest. We'll rock a little bit from side to side. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can roll yourself up however it's going to work for you. We change back up those springs and we're going to take things from the top on the other side. So we're going back to 1 medium spring. I'm on 1 green, maybe you're on 1 blue. Swing things around to the opposite side of our machine. Both feet plant down on your mat. And again, scoot forward just a little bit so you have some room. Arms will reach out in front of you. We take a big inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, you draw in from the belly button. You start to roll things back. Now remember, we're only going about halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way. Press into the heels, pull hips to ribs, roll all the way up. Okay, the nice part about this series is we get to start back up at the top with a little bit of a, I'll call this a warm-up exercise. Is it? No, not really, but we're gonna roll with it. Good, because that was kind of a mean series. Ouch, right? I'm over here like, that was rough, wasn't it? Was it rough for you? It was rough for me. Let's do 4 more. 4. We'll go for 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. Once you sit up out of that last one, you're pressing down into your heels. You're going to stand all the way up to stand. You'll lower back down, and then when you lower down, feet are going to lift off of the mat. You draw in from the low abs, pull knees towards your nose. It's like rolling like a ball. You stand up, we lower down, and then roll back. Good. Okay. So like I said today, a little bit less crazy, right? No additional props really, except we're gonna need the short box a little bit later. We'll be doing kind of a big dedicated back extension series. But in this first series, we're working single side. We're doing unilateral movement, which is good for us. It's healthy. I say, as we're literally doing Pilates, let's do 4 more. 4. We'll go for 3. This will be 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, you're coming back down to the carriage. You can sit right about in this center. You'll grab onto your short loop and then pull that loop just a little bit so you can get the hands right about in the center of the chest. You'll press the arms out in front of you, and then I'm going to scoot back a little bit just so I can press my calves into the machine. I can press my hips into the machine. This side already feels a lot different than the first side. We'll take a big inhale right here, sit up tall. Exhale, you draw the belly button in towards your spine. You pull your hips closer towards your rib cage. Stay heavy in the hips, you roll back. Inhale, and then exhale, take it right back up. Now, if this side feels different, that's good. It should feel different. If you're screaming in your head or out loud, that's fine too. I had somebody comment on, I don't know, something the other day. They were like, I swear at you all the time. I'm like, great. I love that for you because I can't hear it. I don't care what you do. If you're swearing at me, I love it. I do. That means you're having fun. Let's do 4 more. 4. For 3. Two. And then last last one. Awesome. With that last one, you're coming all the way up. Let that carriage come home just a little bit. Take your long loop. You're going to step into your long loop with your right foot and then move that long loop so it comes all the way up over the knee. See, right about here, about maybe 2-3 inches above the knee. Both feet are going to come down to the mat. Make sure you've got a little bit of tension right there on the spring, okay? Feet hips distance. We press down into the heels. You're going to stand all the way up. Okay, we inhale, nice, slow, lower down. Maybe you sit all the way down. Maybe you just tap your butt to the carriage. I think on the first side, I just tapped to the carriage. Right, because we get a little bit of movement in the carriage. So if that freaks you out, just make the movement smaller. And I'm sure you're like thinking at this point, wait, does this mean we have to do the series of 5 again? And you'd be correct, it does mean that. Just keep moving, just keep breathing. I try not to talk too much, right? It's important to give you time and space to think to yourself and, get comfortable with the movement. Let's do about 4 more right here. 3. We'll go for 2. And then last one. With that last one, your hips are coming all the way down to your carriage. You can scooch forward just a little bit. We're going to be rolling back. This will be a fun angle. Hey, knees are going to lift up above the hips. You're going to pull those knees in nice and tight towards you. And then we take single leg stretch. So you're tucking chin to chest, looking right about to the tops of your legs. Let's start with the left leg. Pull the left leg in, shoot the right leg out. Exhale, switch the legs. We'll switch and switch. Maybe you notice right away it feels different on this side. If it does, what I like to do is just make the movement smaller, right? Or if the carriage movement is kind of freaking you out, just make it smaller. Try your best to press evenly into that left hip. 4 more each side. 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Good. Both knees pull in, pull knees to nose like you're coming into a little cannonball, jumping into a pool. We take an inhale, reach the legs out, reach the arms back. Exhale, circle the arms around and out as you pull knees to nose. For 6 more, reach back and then pull in. We'll go for 5. For 4. Oh, my foot's cramping. For 3. We'll go 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, you get to reach your right leg up, walk up towards that ankle, reach the left leg out nice and long, still trying your best to sit evenly into your hips. Big exhale, you switch the legs. Inhale and then exhale, switch. Switch and switch. Now I'm moving kind of slow because I feel my pelvis rocking from side to side, and I don't love that for me. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. With that last one, both legs reach up, hands come behind the head, open up through the elbows, maybe pressing the tips of your shoulder blades into the mat. We'll inhale, drop the legs, exhale, lift up. I'm only making you do 5 total. For 4, for 3, 2, and then last one. Good, we'll bend at the knees right into crisscross, twisting that right armpit to the left knee, switching through center. We'll switch and switch. Be intentional about this movement. For 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Whew, with that last one, pull the knees in. Take a second. I'm gonna roll up here right away. Feet can come down to your mat when you're ready. You take this in your own time. I always feel so rude with my back to you, but there's no good way to do this. We'll take that long loop off of the leg. You hang it right back up onto your peg or wherever it goes for you. Again, changing out those springs, 1 red spring, 1 full spring, or whatever you want to do for side lying. We'll come onto our right side. You're scooting your hip all the way down and back to the bottom corner of your carriage. If you'd like to pop that headrest up, go ahead and pop it up. We'll lay all the way down. You'll come onto your right shoulder, right ear, and then grab onto that long loop. Give it a good pull and then take it over the arch of your left foot. Now from right here, I already feel myself getting kind of crunched up, so I'm gonna try and scoot down as best I can. Okay, and then once you get comfortable, reach that left leg out. You'll give me an inhale, point your toe, kick your leg forward. Exhale, flex your foot, sweep it back. Think about pressing back through your heel, trying to use the hamstring, the calf, and the glute to push the resistance back towards the front of the machine. Now, if you're somebody that's like really into foot positioning, maybe you try a flexed foot as you kick forward, maybe a pointed toe as you come back. I always default pointed toe forward, flexed foot back, and I can't get myself out of that habit. It just does not happen for me. Let's go for 4 more. 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. With that last one, you're reaching the left leg out, flexing the foot, soft little bend at the knee. We just take a lift and a lower. Good, lift and lower. We keep it pretty tiny, pretty small and controlled. And again, the carriage is gonna move just a little bit. As you lift up, we'll pull in towards the front of our machine or towards the platform. Good, let's go for 4 more. 4. This is 3. We'll go for 2. And then last one, keep the leg in line with the hip. You're going to kick your leg forward. Flex your foot again, little lift, little lower. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower just for 4 more. 4. We go for 3. This is 2. And then last one, you're going to sweep your leg all the way back. Take a second, pause, hold right here. Remember, it's 4 circles in each direction, pointing through the toe. When you're ready, you lift that leg up, circle forward, and then big exhale, sweep it back. That's 4. This will be 3. We'll go for 2. And then last one, can you hear my breath? Like shaking a little bit. Opposite direction when you're ready, kicking the leg forward, big exhale, circle up, around, and back. That one went a little bit too far. Let's go for 3. We'll go 2. And then last one. Woo! With that last one, bend through the left knee, grab onto that long loop, and then hang it back up onto your peg, onto your shoulder block, wherever you like to hang that long loop up. Woo! From right here, we're rolling over onto our back. Your head comes in between your shoulder blocks onto your headrest, and we'll take that figure 4 stretch. Right foot down, left ankle crosses over the top of the knee. And then let's pop the headrest down. Okay, and you just take a second right here. Again, if you want to pull the knees in towards you, if you like to take a figure 4 like that, I'm all about it. Go for it. When you are ready though, hands will come down by your sides. We'll press into that right heel, tucking the tailbone under. We roll the hips up to bridge. You'll inhale and then you'll exhale, take it right back down. Good, inhale, exhale, roll the hips up. Good, and then take it right back down. Good, you'll just keep moving like this. The hips are probably feeling a little bit, I don't know, not so nice. A little bit warm. Let's just say that. They're feeling warm and ready to move. Let's do 4 more. 4. For 3. Oh. For 2. And then last one, you're going to press up in that last one, hold it right there. Pressing heavy into your right heel, we take that left leg. You're going to kick out and then bend the knee, cross the ankle. kick out, pull in for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Good. With that last one, you lower all the way down. You can keep hanging out in this figure 4. Maybe you pull the knees in towards the chest. Whatever you feel like you need to do, whatever feels best for you and your body. And then when you're ready, we are going to roll ourselves up. We'll change up those springs. We're going back to 1 medium spring. I'm going 1 green spring. A blue spring is awesome. If you're feeling like really adventurous, maybe you stick on the red. From right here, we're doing a little bit of back extension. So if you have a short box, go ahead and grab onto it. If you don't have a short box, you can do this in 4-point kneeling instead, or you can just skip to the end of the workout. Okay, our box is gonna go on the carriage in long box. So long edges line up with the long edges of your carriage. Once you get there, oh gosh, you know, as gracefully as you can, as gracefully as you'd like to, you're going to lay down onto your box. I want you to find, if you're wearing a sports bra strap, the bottom edge of your sports bra strap, and then let it hang off of the box. So we're thinking boobs off of the box. And if you don't have boobs, it's okay. Right? Same kind of idea. We'll grab onto our ropes. I'm gonna go onto the tape on my rope. I want you to squeeze the legs together and then take your hands so they come to the, like right outside of the wooden frame. Okay, start with your chest down, with your head down. We take a big exhale. Press those hands back towards the front of your machine, and then inhale, you'll pull things forward. Now, if this feels a little bit light for you, feel free to change up the springs. The reason that I have us on like a medium spring instead of on 1 full spring or 1 red spring is just because we're gonna be here for a little bit. So I'm trying to give you, you know, some resistance to work with. If you'd like to add on like a little bit more extension right here, you can lift the chest, lift the gaze, and then inhale, lower back down. Let's do about 4 more right here. 4, for 3, for 2, and then last one. Good. With that last one, we're just coming down. Take a second. Hands outside of your machine onto the frame. We'll just let our chest hang down, let the head hang down, take a breath. Back extension's a little bit intense, especially because like we live in such a like forward and front focused world that when we get into back extension, it's like hard for everybody. So give yourself as much time as you need right here. We're going to reset. Squeeze the legs together, squeezing through the glutes. You're still grabbing onto the tape on your ropes. Pull the elbows into your rib cage. You give me an exhale, press back. Inhale, bend the elbows, pull forward for triceps, pressing back, pulling forward, go back, and forward. Good. Let's go for 4 more. 4, for 3, we'll go 2, and then last one. Good, everything's gonna pull in. You'll hang up those long loops onto your pegs or onto your shoulder blocks. And then I want you to walk yourself up your wooden frame, either towards your risers at the back, or like I have a tower on my machine. If you wanna grab onto the tower instead, you can totally do that. Your shoulder blades are gonna kind of pull up right away. I want you to roll the shoulders down and back. Start with a little bend at the elbows. And then again, squeezing the legs together. We take a big exhale, bend at the elbows, pull your chest up. If you have a push-through bar at the back of your machine, watch out. Inhale, release, let it go. Almost always I hit the push-through bar. Pull up. And then release it down. Let's go for 6 more. 6. For 5. 4. 3. 2. And then last one. Awesome. With that last one, hands are going to come down to your wooden frame. You'll walk yourself all the way back. Woo, take a second, take a breath, maybe letting the chest pull forward, letting the crown of the head pull forward. And then when you're ready, you're gonna bring yourself all the way up, and then we'll go back hips to heels, just taking a child's pose on your box. Your hands can go wherever it works for you. Wherever it works, that's where I want you to go. Whoo! Take a big inhale, and then exhale out. You're gonna let things go. Awesome. Okay, when you are ready, we're going to take a seat on our box, still facing the back of the machine. Feet can come onto your headrest. Whew. And we'll just anchor the hips down into our box, sitting nice and heavy, pressing the feet down into your headrest. Once you get right here, we're grabbing onto our short loops. Let's cross our ropes and then lift the arms so they come up in line with the shoulders for some bicep curls. Exhale, you bend the elbows, pull in towards you. Inhale, you'll release and let it go. Bring it in and then release. And just maintain that steady, even breath as you're moving, trying to keep the elbows up in line with the shoulders. Let's go 4 more. 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. Arms are gonna come down, keeping your ropes crossed. You're grabbing back onto the tape on your ropes, and we're gonna take a nice high row. Exhaling to pull the elbows out away from your body, wrists come out in line with the shoulders, and then inhale, you let things come forward. Big exhale, you pull back. Inhale, take it forward. Okay, let's go for 6 more. 6. For 5. 4. 3, 2, and then last one. Awesome. With that last one, you're uncrossing your ropes. Let's hang up that loop that is in our left hand, put it onto your peg. Keep the other loop with you. We're gonna spin around so that, again, we're facing whatever side this is on the box. You've got your loop in your, what hand is this? The left hand. Your heels are right at the edge of your carriage. Again, we're still sitting pretty heavy into the hips. You're going to interlace your fingers together, open those elbows out nice and wide for a torso rotation. We did this last week standing. So let's take an exhale. We'll twist towards the foot bar. Inhale, we'll pull things right back through center. Exhale, you twist. Inhale, take it through center. Good. Perfect. Okay, now you can stay right here. That's awesome. If you need a little bit less, you're grabbing onto your long loop. If you want more, let's come into a teaser. You're gonna scooch forward just a little bit on that box, grabbing back onto your resistance. We roll it back just a little bit. Knees can lift in line with the hips. You twist towards the foot bar, and then you take it right back in. Twist, and then release. Good, let's go for 4 more. 4, see I press a little bit more into my left side. I'm trying to even it out. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Good, with that last one, you're keeping your rope with you. We're going to scoot forward so that your hips are right at the edge of your box. You're laying all the way down. You have to come up into an ab curl, knees up above the hips. Take that rope so it goes into your right hand, and then left hand can come behind the head. We'll exhale, pull the fist to the armpit, and then inhale, release it right back out. Pull the fist to the armpit. Release it out. I know it's a bad angle to see what I'm doing. Think draw the sword or sword pull. Okay, for 4 more. 4. For 3. 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, you're hanging up your loop. Your feet can come down onto the mat, and then we'll just reset. Before we kind of get to the other side, you're gonna flip around, facing the front of your machine. Once you get here, you're grabbing onto your short loops. We'll take short loops into both hands. You're straddling your box, scoot your hips back towards the back of the machine, right? Anchoring the hips, your feet are planted down on the mat, and then I want you to squeeze in through the inner thighs, pressing into the sides of the box. Elbows tuck into your rib cage. We serve the tray. Exhale, press the arms up. Inhale, bend the elbows, take it right back down. Good. And you just keep moving like this. If you need a little bit less tension, long loops are right there for you. If you need a little bit more, something that's, nah, we're not gonna do it. I was gonna say we could stand up, but I don't wanna do it. Let's go for 4 more. 4, for 3, for 2, last one. You're lifting the arms up. You hold right there, little tiny circles for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. You're going to hang up that loop that's in your left side, put it onto the peg, and then swing the legs around. Again, we get back into that torso twist. Your heels are right at the edge of your carriage. You're anchored pretty heavy onto your box, pressing evenly into both hips. We've got our short loop in the right hand. You'll interlace your fingers together, opening up through the elbows like you're giving somebody a hug. Big exhale. Let's twist towards the foot bar. Inhale, we come back through center. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, we come back through center, okay? You keep moving like this. You're pressing evenly into both heels, evenly into both hips. See if maybe you can feel the edge of your box through the back of your heel, like your Achilles tendon almost. Okay, now if you feel good right here, you stay right here. If you're ready for more, we're gonna go into our teaser, scooting the hips forward just a little bit. You'll roll back, find your C curve, lifting the knees in line with the hips. Oh gosh, you interlace those fingers together. It'll be an exhale twist. Inhale, take it back. I have a much harder time on this side, so let me actually just readjust for a moment. Whew! Do you think our neighbors hate us yet? Let's twist and untwist for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Good. With that last one, you're going to come all the way down. So come out of your teaser, feet right at the edge of the carriage, and then you scoot your hips forward. Your back is flat on your box. Knees up above your hips, you're up in that ab curl, and then you take your short loop so it goes over into your left hand. Right hand can go behind the head. We start with our left hand at the hip. You exhale, pull your fist to the armpit, and then inhale, take it right back down. Bring it up, and then take it down. Good. Perfect. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Good. With that last one, you can reach your feet down to the mat, and then as gracefully as you'd like to, you can dismount from the box. Take that long loop, put it back onto your peg or onto your shoulder block, and then we're grabbing onto our short box. Let's just get it out of the way. You can put it onto the ground. Whew. Okay, and then from right here, we'll change up those springs and we'll get right into cool down. We'll go on 1 red spring and 1 green spring, or 1 red and 1 blue. Whatever you like to do, feet and straps on. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. If you wanna bring your headrest up, go for it. We'll scoot our hips all the way forward to the front edge of that machine, and then lay yourself down onto your carriage, head in between the shoulder blocks, or head onto the headrest. We'll grab onto those long loops, and let's go in 1 loop at a time. Long loop can go over the left foot onto the arch, and then long loop can go onto the right foot over the arch. We'll lift the legs up above the hips, and then just take a second right here. Take a breath, think about pressing the feet into the straps into the feet. And when you're ready, hands can come down by your sides. We'll take an inhale, drop the legs down towards your spring load. Exhale, let the ropes carry you up. Don't mind the squeaking of my machine. We inhale, lower down. Exhale, we'll lift up. If that's annoying, I'm so sorry. Lower down and then lift up. It's just as annoying for me. I'm like trying to relax at the end of a class and it's like, good. Let's do 4 more right here. We'll go 4. For 3. For 2. And then last one, we're gonna press the feet down. You'll circle out towards the sides of the room and then take things up and around. I will say it's nice to do these reformer workouts without being up super close to that wall like I was in Colorado. It's kind of nice. Let's do 4 more. 4. For 3. 2. And then last one. Once your feet come back up through center, we're moving in the opposite direction, opening out towards the sides of the room, circling down around, and then back up through center. Let's just do 4 more. Open, circle down and around, and up through center. We'll go for 3. For 2. And then last one. Good. With that last one, we're going to bend at the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and you can grab onto your feet, your ankles, your ropes, your knees, whatever's gonna work. I like to bring my feet down towards the springs to open up my hips, but if you'd prefer to pull the feet in towards you and press your shins into the legs, that's a good way to open up the hips too. It really just comes down to personal preference. From here, we take that right rope. You're going to reach the right leg out towards the right side of the room. Give your rope a gentle pull to release at the inner thigh, and then take a little gaze over your left shoulder. We'll inhale, and then exhale. You pull the right foot back in through center, grabbing onto your left side rope. Let's extend out towards the left side, staying heavy in your right hip. Take a look over that right shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale, take things right back in. Okay, once you're ready right here, let's bring the knees together and then push the legs back up to straight. We'll move through a couple short spines just to, take us home. If you've got your headrest up, go ahead and bring it down. If you have not done short spine before, maybe don't do it today. Or if you're feeling confident, hey, go for it. We'll inhale, lower the legs down. Big exhale, you start to lift the legs up. As your legs come up, you kind of depend on the springs, let your hips lift off of the carriage. We're going to candlestick the legs up, and then we bend the knees in towards our nose. Once you get right here, your heels stay where they're at. You continue to press into the straps. We'll lower down through the spine until our tailbone hits the carriage. Once your tailbone hits, you pull the heels in and then press the legs out to straight. Let's do that 2 more times, lifting up. And then last one. Awesome. With that last one, you can just lift the legs up above the hips, take a hold of your ropes, press the heels up, pull the toes down to your nose. Big inhale, and then exhale out. Let's let things go. You can bend the knees in, grab onto one loop at a time, and then reset those loops onto your pegs or onto your shoulder blocks. When you're ready, you can just roll yourself all the way up, and you are all finished with me for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. If you did, as always, please let me know, and I will see you guys back here on Wednesday and Thursday so that we can break down this workout on the mat.
I just can't resist you. You got me drinking love.